Alright, good day everyone. Welcome to today's class. So today's class we'll continue from where we stopped yesterday. I've gotten new markers, so we'll not have that marker challenge today. Alright, so make sure you're with your writing materials because today is going to be an exciting class. Yesterday we started geometry and we explained so many concepts in geometry. Today we're going to continue from where we stopped, still on geometry mensuration. We're looking at perimeter of shapes. We talked about area of triangle, circle, and trapezoid yesterday. We're looking at surface area of solids. We look at surface area of a cube. We look at the surface area of a cylinder. We look at the surface area of a cone. And we look at the surface area of a sphere and the volume of solids. That's what we're looking at today. So please make sure you take notes. You can hear me, you can see me, the network is clear and everything is okay. Please let me know so we can proceed. Alright, so let me pick up something real fast. Alright, let's give them 2 minutes. Let's wait for them for 2 minutes or 1 minute. Then we'll kick off. Let's just give them 1 minute, a minute, and we'll kick off. Alright, if you're set for today's class, let me know in the comment section if you're set for today's class. Okay, let's start. So today we'll be looking at let me give you the outline very fast. The outline, all these other old markers, we'll be removing them. just do a recap of what yesterday's class. So we are given this shape, and on this shape they gave us the what? The first, the top base and the bottom base. The top base as 12 and the bottom base as 24. But they did not give us the height from the top base to the bottom base, but they gave us the what they call diagonal height as 10. That's the what they call hypotenuse, diagonal height as 10 on both sides. And we know that if we break this trapezoid, we get a right angle triangle here and a right angle triangle here. So to get this side and this side, we simply will do 24 minus 12, and we got 12. That's 24 minus 12, we got 12. Divided by 2, we got 6. That means from here to here is 6. From here to here is what? 6. Next up, since we've gotten 6 here and we've gotten 10, we have our hypotenuse and we have our adjacent. We use the what? Pythagoras what? Theorem, or Pythagoras rule, which says a squared plus b squared is equals to what? C squared. So now we're looking for the height, which was 8, right? And it was unknown initially. So we now did what? 6 squared plus b squared, which is the height you're looking for, equals to what? 10 squared. So we substituted, we did 6 squared to this other side after changing to 36 and changing 10 squared to 100. We now made b the subject of the formula and we got our height as what? 8. From there, we now took the formula for area of the trapezoid, which says area is equal to 1 over 2, that's half base 1 plus base 2 times what? Height. We put our values for base 1 as 12, base 2 as 24, our height as what? 8. And we calculated and we got our final area as 144. So still on geometry, as mensuration geometry, so today what we'll be looking at, our outline, we look at number 1, perimeter. Look at the perimeter of what? Shapes. Perimeter of shapes. After looking at perimeter of shapes, we look at shapes like, okay, after looking at perimeter of shapes, let's say we look at surface area of solids, surface area of solids. Surface area of solids. We will now look at volume of solids. Under surface area of solids, look at the surface area of a cube. We look at surface area of a cylinder. And we look at surface area of a cone. Then finally we look at the volume of solids. The volume of what? Solids. So this is what we will look at for today. This is our outline for today. Please take this down so we can proceed. Take this down so we can what? Proceed. Okay, so next up, let's start with perimeter of what? Shapes. Perimeter of what? Shapes. So I'll be drawing some shapes. I'm drawing some shapes. So I'll be drawing some shapes. Alright, so we have these shapes. So what is a perimeter? What is a what? Perimeter. So take note, perimeter is equal to the sum of all sides. That means when you sum up this side, a plus a plus a, you get the perimeter of this shape, which is an equilateral triangle. So perimeter is simply equals to what? Sum of sides. So that's what perimeter is. Similarly for this square, if you add the length from here to here, that's from this point to this point, and you add from here to here, and you add from here to here, so the total points added will form the perimeter. Same thing with this. So take note, the perimeter is the total distance covered around the outside of a 2D shape. Remember, all these shapes are what? Flat shapes, so they are called what? 2D, two-dimensional shape. So the total distance around a 2D shape is called what? A perimeter. So think of it as the length of a string required to wrap exactly once around the boundary of an object. So when you do that, the units, the standard unit or the SI unit for perimeter is either you measure it in meters or you measure it in what? Centimeters, or you measure it in what? Inches. So these are some of the units or SI units used to measure perimeters. So now let's look at an example of an irregular pentagon. An example of an irregular pentagon. This is an example of an irregular pentagon. So, we want to look at an example of an irregular pentagon. So this example goes like this. Take note. It says find the perimeter of a pentagon with the side length of 4 cm, 7 cm. Let me draw a pentagon. But this one and this pentagon, they don't have equal sides. So let's say this pentagon is like this, and they say 4 cm is here, and from here to here is 4 cm, here is 7 cm, and from here to here, then they say from here now is 5 cm, from here to here, and here is 8 cm, and finally 6 cm. So they are asking us to what? Find the what? Perimeter. This is an irregular pentagon. Irregular in the sense that they don't have equal sides. So they say we should find the perimeter. Find the perimeter. Alright, so to do that, we need to know that perimeter is simply the addition of each side. That's to find the perimeter will be the total sum of all these sides. So the formula will be what? P is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. A pentagon has how many sides? 5 sides, right? So it will be plus side 4 plus side 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's an irregular pentagon. So we substitute to get our values. We now have P is equal to what? 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus what? 6. Okay. 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus, okay, 8, not 6. Plus 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. 15. 7 plus 5 is what? 15. 15 plus 15 is what? 30. So our final answer is what? 30 what? cm. Very simple, right? So let's look at the next example. Now, the next example, we are done with this example. The next example says, we should find, so example, this time